Hunter.
I'm Rebecca.
I'm Caitlin. I'm Nessa.
This is the Family Showdown!
Hey, welcome back to the grand finale of the top 100 games of all time. 2019 edition. I'm Rebecca. Here is my fellow life adventurer Hunter. And we are late because the internet is already acting up. So please cross your fingers. We will see how this goes. If it gets too bad, well, we'll just celebrate extra at the after party. Oh my goodness. So, I see that the chat is already live and rolling. It's exciting. Alrighty. My goodness. Smack talk already. You guys are crazy. So we're going to talk about my numbers 10 through 1 this time. And, yeah. I call this list the Hope You're Sitting Down.
Everybody's saying I'm not excited. I'm not excited about the internet situation. So
our internet is...
It's chilled. Cross your fingers. It's chilled right now.
Hi,
everyone!
All right.
This is it. Last 10.
The final 10.
The final chance for redemption.
Oh my goodness. Whatever.
Hello, those joining. Cross your fingers. The internet's have stabilized for the moment.
Oh my gosh. I feel like we should do this at like double speed.
Breakneck pace.
Yeah.
I'm expecting some surprises because I thought I could look at my list and predict your 10.
He was wrong.
And I could not predict all 10 of them, so it's interesting.
Yes.
So
yes,
I'm very excited to see what's going to happen.
So, well, let me give you the stats and maybe you can figure out why. Maybe perhaps you were not... Oh, lady's excited about this top 10 too. She managed to find her squeaky toy. All right. Get that filthy thing off the table. Okay, so there are 3 new games in here.
3 new games in the top 10?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No wonder I couldn't predict your top 10.
One of them will not stay, and you'll see why. I had 3 that dropped.
Very good.
3 that dropped. Think about that for a second. 2 that went up, and 2 that are exactly the same. Exactly the same.
That's not unusual in the top 10.
Yeah.
I had how many had exactly the same? Like 4? No, 3. I had 3 the same.
I hear the dog getting into the cat food now.
Well, such is life. We must trudge on.
She's like, I can't have my squeaky toy. I will wreak havoc elsewhere. Awesome.
Glad that didn't pop up. There's like a... My McAfee has expired, and it gives me warnings.
It's yelling at you now?
I need to uninstall
Man,
it.
it's just getting exciting.
All right.
Here.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
So you guys out there in YouTube land, what do you think for the top 10? I'm seeing people say that War of the Ring is 10 through 1, apparently. Should be, but
10 through 1 is all War of the Ring. War of the Ring, number 9. War of the Ring, number 8. War of the Ring. That would probably be the only way that he would chill out after, just saying.
Yeah, maybe.
Uh-huh.
I'm excited.
Uh-huh.
You actually surprised me. In years gone past. Yeah. I could predict your top 10.
You still could to a pretty accurate degree. You just missed a few.
I got 8 of them. 2 of them was surprising.
I cannot believe the dog is eating the cat food right now. Okay. Sorry, that's going to distract me to no end because I'm like, the animal is so naughty. I don't even know how she reaches it. How does she reach it? We have a barrier. How does she reach it? It's magical.
Can we get this thing started? This
know.
is like crazy wacko land. Hi, everybody!
It's like, can we start over with the internet behaving and everything? The pet behaving? All right.
All right.
My number 10.
Top 10. I'm excited.
Number 10. is brand new.
Oh! Right off the bat, a brand new one, huh?
Brand new one off the bat. I know this is going to make Sorrow Song happy.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it was Sorrow Song.
Yes. Is she in the chat? She is.
Look, Sorrow Song! It's Mercator. Ooh, it attacked me. This game. Okay.
This is the one I didn't. One of the ones
This
I
is
didn't.
the one Hunter's like, it's all right. And I'm like, really? Really? You just kind of all right? This is so much fun. Let me show you what's up. Show you what's up.
You're just jumping right in. You're not
I'm
even going to say
jumping
who made it or why they made it.
It's my boy, one of my boys, Uwe Rosenberg.
Mm.
And this is an older one, I believe, of his, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
I was like, help me here. I'm not the expert on who made what when. I'm terrible at that stuff. You're looking at it upside down. Is that helpful?
2010.
Okay. 10 years old, in fact. It's got cute little trays. Where you put the resources. All these cubey bits. Uwe, what are you doing here, right?
It's a cube pusher.
It is a cube pusher.
Literally a cube pusher.
It is literally a cube pusher, but I don't know why. It's like the mixing and matching and stuff. I dug it a lot. So, this not so helpful. This, on the other hand, this is where the fun's at. Okay. So there's a little bit of customizable bits and stuff here going on. But see all this? See this happy board? You got to make this action happen. So you've got different levels of things here. And you'll notice that some of them share colors. So sometimes when you get a green cube, for example, you can choose where they go. And you're building up this engine of things that you need to have to get... Where are my cards and tiles and things? Oh, there's so many little happy bits and stuff. You've got to do all this mixing and matching and trading stuff, and you got to build up your little engine of things and make the goods move around. You've got contracts, and here they show you some of the contracts and the land forms. Okay, so there's different areas that produce certain things. So, for example, Spain, citrus, fruit, and spice. So you're going to these different places, getting different things, trading them to fulfill contracts, which, of course, give you victory points. And just the way everything kind of worked around. And I know you're like, cube pushing, but...
It's okay.
It's
all right.
I don't know. I like that. You guys know I love Century Spice and all of those. And just the way... I don't know. There was just something really fun about going through and figuring out what was the best combinations for things. And the fact that some of them shared colors, but they weren't, say, all of the stuff in, like, let's see. Citrus, where's the thingy here? Because I pulled the list out. So, like, citrus, fruit, and spice, those both are in Spain. But you notice they're in two totally different columns, and that you go by columns for different things, too. And sometimes you have to have a certain number of goods in a column, or you have to have all of them filled in a column, which is not always easy to do because, again, one country is going to have it scattered in different places, so you're not able to just fill it up by going to one country. You're going to have to go to, well, usually 3 different countries. It's just really neat to kind of just wrap your head around how this is going to work and how you put it together and make the most efficient engine to get everything fulfilling your contracts before everybody else. I loved it.
Yeah,
Loved it.
This one completely, like I said, I didn't guess that this would be one. I did not get the vibe that you really liked it when we played it.
Well, because you were like the whole time going, eh. And I was like, really? All right. That's cool.
It's okay.
You're like, that's
all right.
nice. You're like, that's all right. I'm like, all right.
It's okay.
It's crazy awesome. I love this game.
I think because of the puzzle aspect is what you like.
Yep.
It's very puzzly.
Yep. That's exactly right.
It's like an efficiency puzzle.
It is. And I like efficiency.
But, yeah.
I do.
I think if there's maybe like little goods pieces that may have changed my mind.
Oh my gosh.
But the
Can we
good
trick up
you
this
can't
demon?
you can't do it because the grays are multiple things, right?
But you could use the
Nope.
cubes and then...
No.
Ah! We totally could. It just wouldn't fit in this box.
This is one of the ones I did not predict.
So this one, yeah, of course he didn't predict it. Where's the time?
90 minutes. 45 to 90 minutes. Probably an hour for
Nope,
us.
it says 60 to 90 minutes. That's a lie. The back of the box says something different.
Are you serious?
Yes, it says it over here. 60 to 90 minutes.
I think it's about an hour for us.
Get your act together. Look out. So yeah, but yeah, I think 45, 60 minutes probably was about right for two players.
First game took a while, but
First game always takes a little bit longer, but I'm just saying. There you go.
All right, I don't.
You don't what?
Don't
Don't
Begrudge. Is that the right word?
Yes.
Your pick. It's all right.
Well, hoity-toity,
Where did I
guys.
put Mark Hartward? Was it on my list or did we play?
It may not have been on your list yet. Because I'm pretty sure this was a newer game. Me think
Is it on my list?
I don't know.
I think I played it after. I'm pretty sure I played it after I made my list.
I'm pretty sure we played it after.
I don't see it anywhere.
I'm pretty sure we played it after.
I do not see it amongst my list.
Amongst your things?
Amongst my list, I do not see it.
All right. There you go. There you go.
All right. Number 9. That's number 9. I'm ready to...
Number 9 is also new, but this is the one I told you is not going to stay on the list.
I know what this one is.
Because this is a legacy game. But I had to tell you about it the first time, or the first year of its existence. And that is this lovely, lovely baby, Orleans Stories. What are you doing? Oh, you're putting oh, look at you being all official. So, this,
I didn't get a chance
if you
to prep.
like Orleans, this is...
Or Orleans.
Who invited you? Okay, so this is just awesomeness. This is taking all the stuff I like about Orleans and adding a little bit of a legacy element to it. It's so good, so good. It gives you the stuff I wanted with Orleans before. Yes, I preempted that. I didn't want to listen to you. So,
Why didn't you say anything? So the chat is in protest because you're one of the few people in the known universe that likes this better than Orleans.
I don't know what's wrong with people.
Orleans.
Look at him. He can be taught.
I don't like it better.
Why not? What don't you like about this?
It kind of railroads you into doing certain things.
Yeah. It does. Because before, okay, I
it does
get
have it has better story elements.
It has
Slightly better story elements.
It's giving you an aim. Because before it's just like, blah, do your best with what nonsense you pull out of your bag. Now it's like, do something with the stuff you pull out of your bag, not just do the victory
and the
point
chat
grab.
is just going crazy.
I'm sure they are. Too bad for you people.
I like the game
is
too.
good
I just
stuff.
don't like it as much as she does.
I realize I don't want to show you too much because there's
No, the story.
newness.
It's stories. It's
yeah.
as soon as you open the box, there it is. It's not like there's
That's true.
compartments or anything you're
That's
opening.
true. So like, the eras, for example. This is I like it. There's goals.
It's not a legacy game. Everybody's freaking out.
No,
'cause
it's really
It's
not.
a campaign game. It's not
It's
a
a
legacy.
campaign game. In fact, I'm honestly thinking about combining Orleans Stories next year because of that.
I don't know. It's not a legacy game.
It's not.
You can
it's
repeat
really
the stories
not.
over and over.
You can
over
repeat
again.
it over and over. It's just it gives you some guidance and has a definitive goal instead of just most victory points wins. You got to do something in the meantime or survive some crazy event and stuff. So yeah, I love it. I like having a direction to go with it because I guess maybe we've just played Orleans enough that I'm like, that's cool. I like to tinker.
Well, it does
ways.
take it basically takes the events from Orleans,
but it makes them cool
and gives them a purpose.
Yeah,
and they're organized in a pattern, a specific pattern.
Absolutely.
It gives you things, like you said, it gives you things to shoot for where you're not just going, I think I'll do this time.
Yeah,
it's kind of a race. It's a race to complete these.
Yeah,
like a laundry list of things to
fun.
do.
Don't get me wrong, I love Orleans. I love that game, but this just put it up there on a whole new level. So I'm saying
you're all
next
alone.
year, I don't care. I don't mind being alone.
You're
Stand up for what I like. I don't care.
It's another one not on my
I'm
list
not a
because
sheep.
we played it after I made my list.
It was after. And I really am thinking about combining it next year because it is Orleans. And it's just like he said, it's giving some purpose and guidance and a little extra oomph to all of those events and things. And
I'm not sure this would be in my top 100.
Really? You don't like it that much?
I'd rather play the regular game.
What?
I mean, I'll play this with
I'm
you.
playing this by myself.
I would play the. I didn't say
have a solo mode.
I don't.
Can you solo that?
I don't hate the
Channeling Nick
game.
here.
I just don't like it as much as you do. I like being able to go. This time, I think I'll be doing
where's the one
trading.
player?
I think this time, I'll do
2
lots
to
of
4.
buildings. I think this time
I'm gonna
maybe
play
I'll
2
do
players.
this. But no, this one says you have to do this, and this. Yeah.
And good luck, because you have to randomly pull this nonsense out of the bag and accomplish that.
Yeah,
that's
true.
cool.
That's true. No, you can't
I'm
play. You can't play this game solo.
Yes, you can. You play 2 players. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play by myself.
Okay.
2 players.
I guess you can solo any game there is then.
That's right. You can.
Also, I'm not a big fan of the semi-cooperative pieces of the story.
I thought you said you didn't mind that so much.
It's okay.
You turncoat.
No, I'm saying I don't dislike it. I don't think it's a great thing that I have to work with you to accomplish something or something really bad happens.
The idea of working with me is utterly repugnant to you.
That's true. That is very true.
Ridiculous.
All right. Now onward to the 8 I knew. The 2 I didn't know right off the bat, and now we got the 8 I do know coming up.
Oddly enough, my number 8 was my number 8 last year. Do you know what that is? Could you cheat and write down my old ones?
No.
Okay. We'll see.
2, 3,
my number
4,
8
5
was my number 8 last year.
6.
Do you know what it is?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I know what it is. E pluribus unum.
What?
Wasn't that? No, it was higher up. Oh, I know what it is. Betrayal, most foul.
What? What is wrong with you?
Which one is it?
Twilight Imperium.
Yes, we need betrayal, most foul.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot about it. I'll never forget.
I forgot this was the game of the ultimate betrayal.
This is why I don't cooperate. This game right here is why I will never.
My God.
I tried it one time to work with her.
You know why? Because I was tired of trying to mess with you anymore.
I'll
give you a reason not to trust me.
She's like, you never work with me. You never work with me. You never work with me. One time I worked with her, betrayal most foul. Never working with her again.
Glorious. It was worth every moment. You should have seen his eyes just got this big, and he was like, "You betrayed me." It was so cool. I wish I'd recorded that. It was awesome.
And never again. That
Whatever.
was her one
You weren't
chance.
doing it anyway.
I reached out the hand of peace, and you chopped it off.
That is such garbage. He was going to exploit that in his first chance he got.
Well, it was going to give me a victory point, so.
See? Interesting how
tell us about Twilight Imperium.
This is the happiest of happy right here when it comes to big, giant, epic, monster, goody, spacey goodness right here. So, you need to devote a day.
No.
Yes.
No.
8 hours.
You can play a 3-player in about 4 hours.
Half a day. The reason is you end up you have this galaxy, and everybody's kind of in their own little corner of it, and eventually we want to get to the middle, Mechatral Rex, where you're going to go and get massive amounts of victory points and stuff. You need to beat everybody else there too, because no one's going to let you park there and just collect victory points. It's just not how that works. So eventually, you're going to get together and you're going to communicate. You're going to trade for goods. You're going to pass laws together that might benefit everyone or prevent laws that are going to be a detriment. You're going to betray people, apparently. You're going to attack people. You're going to do some maneuverings. You're going to do political moves. You're going to do military moves. A little bit of everything.
Betrayal.
Meanwhile, you're building up your tech tree and building up your military and science and whatnot so that you can get better equipment. And again, you want to have a pretty good sizable army so that you can make it to the center, get those victory points, and defeat the other players. It is so much fun.
So I have a few things to report.
Okay.
One is Dean's birthday.
Happy birthday, Dean! Yay!
But it's like morning, so he's got the whole day ahead of him.
It's not morning. He's only like 4 hours behind us.
He's in Hawaii.
Yeah.
That's like 7 hours. 8 hours.
No, it's not.
10 hours.
What's wrong with you? It's probably like
10 hours.
Didn't you just get off work, Dean? Someone slap Hunter. Okay. Oh wait, I'm right here. Where's the technical difficulty sign?
And
anyways.
secondly, you betrayed me in this game. I'll never forgive you.
Worth it.
Oh my gosh.
Saying
it's 4. Oh, I'm wrong. All right.
See?
I
Didn't I just say 4 hours?
I will
I said
admit
4
I am
hours.
wrong.
4 hours difference.
I thought it was like 20 hours different. What did you just do?
I don't know.
Oh, it has an insert now.
Not
Oh, SpaghettiOs!
War Sons everywhere. You thought
It had an
Legos-
insert.
Stepping on Legos is the worst until you meet War Sons. What the hell? Why are we looking at this now live?
I thought you were going to show people games.
Oh yeah, fine. There's the rule books. Don't be afraid. Okay, be a little afraid. I recommend, by the way, the first time you play this
I don't know
game,
where this came
play
from.
with someone who has played before and can teach you the game, has a little bit of background. It makes it a lot easier for
Where are these chips
new people
coming from?
to learn the game and get comfortable with the game. I mean, if you don't, that's fine, but it's just a slower teach. And I think it's a lot easier. That made it a lot nicer experience for us, being able to have learned it. Because I think you went and played it with somebody first, didn't you? And learned the rules. And then he was able to bring it back and
yes.
teach. Yeah, TI3 is very similar. So that when we got this, it was really easy for you to see the new differences in the rules and then teach our group. So it was pretty cool. Look at all these lovely little bits. So, what a shock, the green ships are on the top. These are the ones that everybody's talking about, the War Sons. This monstrosity, don't ever let it fall on the carpet or you will lose a foot. Or you'd rather you lost your foot than step on these bad boys. But there's also different ships. I will come up close so you can see them. They're pretty cool. I'll just give you a couple little ships so you can look at them.
I'm not sure where these
Let's
bits
see
came from.
here. Dun, da, da, da. There's
Very
some
confused.
ships. See the ships? Aren't they cool? They're very cool, and they're different colors based off of your different factions. You can be different factions in this, and what's neat is the factions are asymmetrical. So, when you go through and you are learning about said factions, they all have different abilities and things. Where in the world did this come? Oh, okay, he goes there. They all have completely different goals, different abilities, and start with different resources. It is amazing. I love that about it, and it's nice because I don't know that I've ever played the same faction twice, and I'm fine with that because it's really neat to get into the game and try a different path every time. Or, alternatively, if you have a favorite faction, then you play your favorite faction and go and maximize it. This is the folded space insert. You can see Hunter's popping this in like crazy. This is magnificent for a giant box like this because don't cover it up. What are you doing?
I thought you were done.
No, I'm not done. I want to show everybody the folded space. It's so light.
Easy. Some of it's not.
It's so light. If this was all wood, I think we'd probably die. Because the weight for this box would be astronomical. But fortunately, what are you doing?
Put it back.
Why are you taking that out and then leaving it?
Because it's apparently this part.
Oh, you gotta fix it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, before you hold on, I'm not done yet.
Oh.
It's got little. These are the different things during the turn. You get to choose an action that you're going to do, and these are the actions. They're going to be all in a nice little rainbow across the board. You get to pick what you're doing. Like there's a construction, politics, warfare, imperial, technology, leadership, trade, and diplomacy. And so you're doing those. And what's cool about this game is you're not sitting there waiting for someone else's turn to end so you can do your things. You will get a reaction or a lesser ability. They have secondary abilities and things to do in response to what they're doing. So you're always reacting to what other people are doing. So you really want to keep track of what everyone is doing in this game because it's also possible that they're going up the tech tree and you don't pay attention to that, but next thing you know, they're building War Sons because they've been working on that tech. If you're not paying attention, they're going to sneak up and get you. The other thing that's cool is I like the art and stuff for this. I like the way they have the planets on here so you can see. I'll show you some of the tiles. Very pretty. Try not to shout into the mic since I'm right by it. It's just really pretty. I really like I like space. You guys know this. So the sci-fi art in here is pretty cool. And it's just a darn good game. It is a lot of fun. It's very involved. It's worth it. Okay. And it's fixing time with Hunter Thomason. How to repair a game insert. I love it. The folded space stuff makes this so much lighter. And it seems to be just as sturdy and just as handy as any of the Broken Token and the other one. Meeple Realty. Yes, they are really awesome. So there you go. That is Twilight Imperium for
Oh, you can
edition.
pack it up. I'm not gonna put this inside.
Okay, yeah, it's got to dry. I gotcha. In the Monster Box of Doom, if you like big, sweeping, epic games, this is just... You can't really get much better than that.
So, I really like this game a lot more than she does. Not much, a lot more, but it's my number 2. It's actually on my list. It's my number 2 game of all time. I like it more than most 4X games. I mean, I have a lot of 4X games towards the top of my list, but I like it more because this one actually has laws and voting and negotiation.
Yep.
And you really don't have that in Western Legends and Gaia and Pirates of the... What is it? Merchants and Marauders. Pirates of the Caribbean. So that's why I like this one the best of all of them, because you have that 4X going out exploring and building up and exterminating and fighting each other, but then as an aside, you have the laws and the trading and the negotiation and the wheeling and dealing part of it, which is missing in some of the other games.
Yeah.
That's why I like that one the best.
Well, and they streamlined a lot of things in Twilight Imperium 4th edition too from 3rd, so that there is less dead time, and like the laws and stuff, the stuff that kind of slowed down the game, doesn't happen until a certain point in the game now. So you don't start out with everything. You're kind of streamlined into, well, once things get set in motion, then we start getting crazy with the laws and stuff. It's really cool.
Right.
Yep. I like it. All right, my number 7 is one of the ones that went down just a little bit. It was number 5 last year. It's number 7 this year. And that is the... I know no one's surprised by this. A Star Trek game. Star Trek Ascendancy, in fact. As Hunter likes to describe this, this is the top-down look at the Star Trek universe. You are going to be the Federation, the Klingons, the Romulans. You're going to have a faction, and you've got... Let me show you. Some wonderful, adorable little tiny ships with your faction. Ooh, interesting. I like this. This is new. Here we go. We have a Federation right here. They even have... Oh, some of them have... Or did you get those? You got these special
No,
dice.
one Hector the Turtle bought those for me.
That's right. So there's cool little specialty dice out there that have like the Federation symbol for the Federation and whatnot. They're so cute. But here, look at the tiny little ships. They're so tiny. Look at the little Enterprise. Isn't it adorable? That's adorable. You can't say no to that. All right. And then, let me find a... What do we have here? We have... Oh, cute. Romulan warbirds. These are adorable. I love these little things. Look at the tiny warbird. Look at that.
Oh my god.
I sit here and coo over I'm just kidding. I don't actually. I usually like to use them to destroy my enemies. This game is another asymmetrical game because, of course, the Federation does not have the same goals as the Romulan Empire. And if you didn't know that, shame on you. Go get educated on Star Trek. But what you're doing in here is you're going to build up and you try to get... What is the name of the victory point thingies? It's like... It has a weird
Ascendancy.
name. Is it just Ascendancy? That's the stupidest... I'm sorry. It's a stupid name. Anyway... And you get to build different little things and stuff on worlds. And you can go around and you do that and you develop things and you get certain resources from them and you get victory points from doing that. You can get victory points from exploration, which is good for the Federation. You get victory points or ascendancy from attacking and destroying other people. Okay, that's good for like the Klingons, for example, who are like bent on destroying things. You can do stuff with trade. There's all this stuff. And what's really neat about this particular game is the concept of you're building the galaxy as you're exploring it because you don't know what's out there. So to you, it's just empty space on a table, right? And when you build your planets, then you also go to the next one by using warp tunnels. You use warps. I like this because it's fluid. And until you connect with another planet, you can move this around. Hunter's going to get out some planet tiles to kind of show you. I love the way the warp works. So, for example... We have, oh look, Romulus. As soon as you go out exploring, you've attached, and you'll roll a die to find out how large your warp was. You have this. Well, this is on the table, but it's fluid until we finally connect exactly with someplace. And then, after that, these two planets are locked into place. They cannot move.
No, it can swing.
This can't.
You have to have two. You have two places locked.
Well, oh, I see what you're saying. Like, with the planet at the end? I thought you had...
No, planets can swing. Yes. Yes, folks, the planets can swing.
Okay. I don't
until
believe
they're
you.
connected in two.
I thought it was just the warp thing.
No, it
Either
has to
way,
have two locations.
and then it's locked into place. Okay, then it's cool. But either way, it's even better because you're exploring it and you can kind of manipulate how the galaxy is shaped and the board and whatnot until that point in time. I like that. That's so cool. And let's see. What else? There's just... I like the asymmetrical powers in particular because there's different things. Like, you started with the Ferengi. That was hilarious. The Ferengi were really unusual because they just wouldn't... it's not that they settle anywhere so much, but they just want to sit and park nearby and trade with everybody. It was hilarious. And of course, usually when you park with ships near places, people think you're going to attack. So everyone was a little bit like, nah, you're kind of shady. Didn't want to deal with him.
But they get a benefit for being in orbit.
He's like, but I'm here and I give you benefits. It was so hilarious because you were just wheeling and dealing. You were very Ferengi. You did a very good job with that. But it's really fun because every faction does something completely different and very much thematic with Star Trek. So if you're a Star Trek fan at all, very fun game.
But I have a question for you.
Do you?
Can the Federation keep up with the Cardassians?
That is terrible. I can't believe you said that. That's so... so horrible. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Terrible. But yeah, this game is so much fun, and I love playing it. I haven't played it in a while, and I'm looking forward to playing it again.
We played it recently.
No, you did. I didn't get to play with you guys last time.
It was the Royal Bee.
Oh,
we.
The Royal Bee. Ooh, okay.
Jobby. All right. Oh, but that was my number 7, so I'm pretty close to yours. 7, right?
Mine's a 7.
Look at that! What? True crossover. A true crossover.
Yeah, so quit your whining. All right, so now this may be the hope you're sitting down moment here. This was my number 3 last year. It's my number 6 this year. Which one is it, Hunter?
Trajan.
Nope.
Oops, I spoiled something. Should have had me guess.
No, it just means you're wrong. Doesn't mean there's anything. It is yet another Star Trek. My number 6 is Fleet Captains. It's my number 6, dear. Number 6.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, number 7. Fleet Captains. This is a bit of a zoomed in look at the Star Trek universe. And it's to the point now where I really... Oh my gosh, this and Ascendancy, I'm like, do I want to be zoomed in or panned out a little bit more about the Star Trek universe? It is really that much fun. So this one, I get to show this off. It makes me so happy. I hope you grabbed the right box. You did. So this is another asymmetrical game. And yes, there are factions. And yes, they have different abilities and things based off of that. But this one focuses on the crew also. And the encounters are literally, I mean, you will recognize different episodes from different Star Trek series as you're reading the encounters. You go to visit a planet and you have some event happen and you're like, hey, especially the original series, you're going to recognize just about every episode in here. They also have secret goals and some not secret goals that you need to accomplish, and that's how you get most of your victory points. They are varying levels of difficulty. Some of them are really easy to do. Some of them are extremely difficult, especially depending on which faction you're playing. Because some of them, for example, if they're very warlike and you're playing a very science expansion-esque federation, it's going to be difficult to pull off. Now, of course, Hunter found a card. You guys should recognize this one. This one's iconic for Star Trek. There you go. You can have an encounter with Tribbles. Or, oh my goodness, one of my favorite characters ever. You can encounter Q. You can actually encounter Q. Pretty cool. Okay? Then, of course, so the other thing that's neat is you're building the deck yourself. You're customizing your deck because there are like, 12 different mini decks of the different factions. And you're going to combine like 4 of them. And you'll see that they have different characters and specific abilities that they have. And then you also get to pick ships. And you get a certain point value. The ships are different point values, and you'll get, say, 10 points worth of ships.
Equal to the number of tiles you put on the board.
Boom. So if you have 10 points worth, then you get 10 points of ships. And like the USS Excelsior, for example, is a size 3. So you have to take these into consideration. Some of these bigger ships are up to 4. And then you've got some little tiny ones that are 1s and 2s and whatnot. Super fun. And then, of course, HeroClix style, lovely painted minis. Look at these little gems.
Thanks, Paul. We love you, Paul.
Paul, you're the man. I was gonna say, let me show these off. Look at that. Yes. Look at that. Oh, so cool. See that? That's amazing. Look at that. I should have put these on a string so they could fly by. But no, it's so much fun to go through, do the encounters. The Klingons and the Romulans have stealth, so you can turn invisible and go do crazy things. And I think isn't there some stuff for the Federation? I don't remember. There's a bunch of different things you can do.
They have kind of a focus too. Like the Klingons are mainly combat, so they get a lot of combat missions.
But
Federation's mainly exploration and science, so they get a lot of those missions.
Yeah. They have a little bit of focus.
Romulans are kind of a mix. The Minion is kind of a mix as well. So
yeah. And it is loads of fun. I really enjoy this. And the HeroClix part, I didn't describe it, but see, like, each ship... I've got it in the bag here. But each ship has this nice little chart that goes with it. And with that, it's got weapons, sensors, engines, and shields. And then it's also got the stats for those if they've been hit or not. So you can go through and choose, because there's different variations of those things while your ship is healthy. And then you get less and less options. Things start shutting down as you get hit. And so to keep track of that, you have your card in front of you. But so everyone else on the board can do it. You have a little HeroClix thingy where you can switch it here. And it's like, oh, yellow, he's been hit once. You know, you can tell. And then all your stats are there. And it shows you like D for disabled and things like that. It's really a nice, simple way to understand it. I still can't get over the painted minis. It's almost distracting now. But no, it's super fun. And the nice thing is, too, this game, you can customize a bit whether you want to play it for a long time or not, because you can build a small galaxy, or, like you said, depends on how many tiles you lay out at first. If you want to lay out 20 and have a massive game, go for it. If you want to keep a short, quick game, then you can do that too. It's totally awesome.
Yeah, it drives a lot of things. It drives your ship points, how big the map is, and how much you need to win.
Yep.
So, everyone's telling their John Delancey stories. Do you want to tell your John Delancey story?
Oh my gosh. I'm still
since it's the last Star Trek game on your list. Spoilers.
Yeah, so... I can't even remember what year it was now, but...
When we were first together, it was like 2009, I think. Maybe 2010?
Yeah.
2009,
yeah.
I think.
It turned out that Patrick Stewart and John Delancey were here for... Was it Comic-Con or one of the cons?
Dallas Comic-Con.
Dallas Comic-Con. I didn't know. I was busy and wasn't paying attention. I wasn't even looking online and stuff. And I was like, we should go. And I didn't know it, but he had scheduled to do the photo op thing with them. And I had oh man, I was freaking out, because by the time I figured it out, we were already in line. And so I was so freaked out, I didn't even say a peep to them. I posted for the picture, and I was just like, they probably were like, oh my god, another nerdy fan. Okay, next, but I would have probably talked their ear off if I'd pulled myself together. But it was amazing. They're super awesome people, very chill. And it's just, you forget, okay, it's just people behind, the
I kind of snuck in at probably an area I shouldn't have gone in, because I went around the corner to watch her reaction when she came around the thing.
They didn't care. Oh my gosh, because I was just like, hi. I mean, it was just like, I don't even know how I got here.
That's funny.
It was pretty awesome. So, yeah. They're awesome. And Q is like my favorite villain, I guess you'd say, Star Trek villain. He's amazing. So, and he's also one of the voices in My Little Pony, if you didn't know that. He's Discord. I watched My Little Pony with my little girls because I was like, it's John Delancey!
That's funny.
Yeah. So there you go. There's my nerd facts for you. So I know way more about My Little Pony than I probably should, just because of John Delancey.
Oh, and that's my number 10, so same ballpark.
Yep. As in, mega awesome game. Just saying. Yes. Okay. Then, my number 5 was my number 2 last year.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Oh, the mighty fell a little bit. It fell to number 5. Calm down.
Oh, I know what this one I mentioned earlier was, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's my boy, Feld. It's the highest the Felds get this time around, folks. It's number 5. Stefan Feld's Trajan. So much point salady goodness served up on a nice Roman platter. It's so just delightful. So, as people like to describe, especially Hunter, it's like Trajan is a lot of mini games, and to me, I like the theme for this because that's kind of what Emperor Trajan's doing, right? He's running all these crazy things throughout the empire. He's got this ginormous empire. He's got to keep the Senate in line, and he's got to get resources, and he's got to work the map, and he's got to have his soldiers going everywhere and doing all these different things, okay? So you have all these mini games. You're going to those, and you don't really want to let any of the other players run away with any one of those. But at the same time, you may want to get really good at one if people let you, because you can really rack up some great points. On the other hand, it's just as viable to be pretty good at all of them and go do a bunch of stuff, because I've done that and done pretty well before too. I love that. There's many different paths to victory, and it's all about the point salad, going and getting victory points any way you can, most efficient way. What's cool about Trajan, and one of the reasons that I like this one so much, is our lovely little rondelle thingy with your actions. Your actions are based off of your own player mat here, your little player board, with this right here. So what happens is, there's little bonus tiles that you can eventually put here, that if you land here with the right combination of tiles, you get to put those out and get things for those, like getting some of the resources, like feeding your people, stuff like that. But you've also got these little colorful cubes, all these different colors, the orange and blue and yellow and all that stuff. And as you... Did you just call them a cylinder?
Yeah.
They're oh my gosh.
They're shaped like a cylinder.
It's the same diff.
It's a hexagonal cylinder.
So Geometry 101 here. I don't care what they are. They're funky shaped cubes. We're good. I know that the cube is square. It's actually not square. It's a cube. That's why it's three-dimensional.
Square side.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
All right, tell us about this.
Don't distract people from...
Tell us about your buckets.
Buckets. So you take all these cool little cylinders... And that's so boring. Anyway. And...
Oh, a hexagonal prism. I like that even better.
Thank you. Don't encourage him. Alright, so...
I like that. That's an
you've got
upgrade to
3
my
different
comment.
little things. Okay, over here. That's how many you would move. You get to move 3. So you put 1 down for each time. And then here is where you're going to do that action. This is going to be your little mini game thing you do. Okay? And based off of how many cubes are there, you get to do certain things and whatnot. Or like I said, if you have the right combination of colors, you can get the tile that was sitting there and go do cool things with your tiles and get extra bonuses and whatnot too. There's all this stuff going on. At the end of each round, you have to feed your people certain things. They either want bread or circuses or fire. Because everybody likes fire. Because you cook your bread with it. I just call it bread and circuses because you got bread.
Games, and religion.
It's the Vestal fire. Of course it's religion. Okay. So anywho... Yeah, I saw that. You guys are such trolls. Okay. Anyways, get to all these points, and eventually, all of this, by the way, costs a certain amount of time. There's a little track on the main board that keeps track of how many times so if you move 6, you're moving 6 on this little time track. And once you run out of time, the game is over, and hopefully you have the most victory points at that point in time. Boom. There you go. The little time track also dictates when you're going through which round and when you need to feed your people and all that good stuff. It is a really, really, really awesome game. I love this game. It is a bit of a brain melter if you're not used to it, especially if it's Felds. It's very heavy. But, again, it's got that intuitiveness that everything makes sense to where if you've played this, you go to revisit it again. It won't take you that long to just brush up on the rules real quick, and you're already going to remember how to play. That's really cool, and I like that a lot about Feld's games. So.
I have something to report.
Oh, geez. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, my bad. They're octagonal action markers for you hexagonal trolls. Prism me this. Okay.
Riddle me this.
Riddle me this.
That's my number 34.
What is wrong with you? This is a magnificent...
I have a question. Am I on a boat? Am I moving around and doing stuff? No.
Moat or boat?
Boat.
Oh, you sound like you
A
said a moat.
ship.
You can.
Transportation.
Kind of.
No.
Yeah, it's really on land. I was like, you could
do
take
land.
a boat.
That's why it's my 34.
On
At least
land.
you're moving around doing stuff.
Oh my gosh.
It's good. It's a great game.
It
34 is pretty good.
It's a darn good game, I know. Okay, my number 4 is new to the list, and this is not Cult of the New. This game I will play all the time, anytime. I love this game. Yes, it's new to the list. It's truly new. I know some of you were waiting going, haha, she forgot one. No!
I can go ahead and write the name. What's your number 4, right?
Yeah, this is my number 4.
I'll go ahead and write this down. I knew this. I knew this one.
Yeah, as soon as Hunter got this game to me, he knew this was going to be awesome. I love Res Arcana, or Res Arcana, however you want to say the Latin.
Arcana.
Arcana?
Res Arcana.
Ugh. Okay.
Like Arcana Saw.
What?
Arkansas? Arcana?
You're fired. Get
Womp
out.
womp.
So this is new to the list because it's new. And, oh, it's glorious. I love this game. I love this game. Okay, so it's not really a deck builder. It's a deck establisher? What would you call this? Because you already kind of have your deck, but you need to get the cards.
You don't add more to
for
your
it.
deck. You stay with the same eight
Yeah,
cards.
you stay with the same cards. That's what I'm saying. It's not a deck builder. I always have trouble
You draft
like,
your
quantifying.
deck. It's kind of
A deck
building, maybe.
drafter?
Draft your deck? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, the insert for this is magical, by the way. Check this out. Holds all this nonsense in place down in here. Has a lid. Thank you. I can do that and stuff is not getting mixed up. Thank you. Sandcastle Games. This is awesome. Plus the bits are colorful and pretty.
You can make sandcastles out of this.
Oh my gosh.
You
what's
can
wrong
use
with
this and like fill it full of sand and put it and make castles.
You okay?
So,
Okay.
maybe that was part of the thought process.
Give me this.
No.
Don't touch my game. Alright, so I love this game. So you have these different essences. Okay, those are the essences. And those are your resources that you're going to be juggling around. And eventually you're going to try to play your cards that you're going to get a certain amount for your deck. And you have to work with those and try to build some good combinations up to build your engine so that when you start your turn and when it gives you production, that you're producing enough stuff to get your engine, keep your engine going each time. You've got some actions that you have. I think Hunter's playing with them. The actions to choose from on the game, yeah.
These are magical spells or something like that.
Yeah, they're magical spells something. And they give, there's some things that'll give you free resources. They have stuff like protection, so you can react and just ignore people attacking you.
Oh, it's a magic item. Magic item.
There's transmutation where you can change some things into other things, potentially not gold in this particular case. Draw card actions. Again, with free resources. There is stuff to make gold. And draw, again, more card drawing and untapping. I'm saying
Nope.
I don't care.
Nope.
Whatever.
No. You don't tap.
You don't tap, whatever you want to call this.
Exhaust, I'm sure that's the go-to.
I'm exhausted not saying tapping, whatever. Alright, anyway. So,
You're gonna cause Wizards of the Coast to come down on us.
Yeah, they're gonna really come down on us. We're that huge. Okay, so, you're doing this, and then eventually you're going to get these so-called victory point thingies from it. And you get victory points, these little wax seal thingies. And there are some major, you get some cards
They
that
just
give you
take
things.
turning it sideways.
Do they really? That is so lame, guys. Okay.
Turn it sideways.
Okay, anyway. Then you've got these really awesome, like, end game things that you want to aim for. They're really difficult to get. They're expensive. Like, this one takes 12 different essences to get. It's pretty tough to get that many. Okay? And what happens is you get those, and then they start cranking out the victory points for you. So you want to get that till you get the end game conditions met. I love this game. I love the way you're trying to find the best combinations for your card. Your deck's never going to be identical. There's different things like dragons that do special attacks and stuff in the game, but there's also a lot of things that counter attacks. There's just a lot of fun different combinations. I've done several games with completely different tactics, and each one's been completely viable, and I really like that. I've gone with one that takes, like, there's one of the essences is death. For example, and gold is hard to come by. You have to do certain things to build gold. I've had a gold engine before. I've done the death engine. That's kind of fun.
Death engine.
Well, I know. What else would you call it? It sounds so metal.
Engine.
Death engine. Yeah, but sacrificial pit, catacombs of the dead. What else would you call that? That's a death engine. So, it's just really cool. I really enjoy trying to find different combinations of things. I've had one where I just by chance my deck had like 2 or 3 dragons in it. I don't remember. It had a lot, and so had like a tacky dragon deck. And it's just, I really enjoy the way the game flows. I think it's smooth. It's a lot of fun. And I could turn around and play this any place, anytime kind of thing. I totally would not turn down a game of this. And it's also, I think, one of the magical time frames. Let me look. It's not a long game. I want to say it's an hour.
30 minutes.
Is it 30 minutes? It's even quicker than I thought.
Is it?
I think our first play, is it 30 minutes?
I think it's 30 minutes.
I'm looking. Where is it? Come on. There we go. 30 to 60. Yeah, I think our first game maybe took 60 minutes, and after that it's been closer to the 30. Because now we know what we're doing. We just... And again, going back to this game, it just gets easier and easier. I mean, I don't know. We'd probably spend 30 seconds to a minute looking at the rules and rehashing that before we started, just because it's been a little while. That's really the only reason we have to do that. Love, love, love this game. So if you haven't played it and you like playing with card games and deck games and things where you're managing the resources and stuff with it, it's a good one. And yes, it's new, but it's going to stay really high on my list for quite a while, I think.
It's alright. It's my, I don't know. Way down the list.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's my 81.
He doesn't like it as much.
I mean, it's a great card game.
Boo.
I'm not a big fan of card games. It's not my...
But it's still in his top 100.
If you took all the non-card games out of my list, it'd be really high up. Right?
I like how Death Engine's now like a trend in the chat.
Death Engine!
Death Engine!
Sounds like some Warhammer 40k.
See, Kabuki said they opened for Slayer.
Death Engine? I like it.
All right, so, and that, I just spoiled that, but my number 3 was my number 4 last year, and I might as well just come out with it because I just basically started saying it, and that is this monster, Anachrony.
I can't believe you like this game more than me, because I love this game.
Oh my gosh, this game. Yeah, Hunter freaks out about this game because you do, and it's funny because you talk about the time traveling element, and I use it so infrequently.
I don't. I use
Hunter
it like
uses
crazy.
it like crazy. So, this game is a worker placement game, and it is coming to the... What are you, on the moon? Where are you?
You're some random planet.
Okay. Oh, no, you're not.
Random planet!
It's Earth.
It is Earth? Random planet.
But
I disbelieve.
It's the late 26th century.
I disbelieve.
Okay, well, we're on a planet that's been ravaged by apocalyptic sorts of things, so it's not the best health-wise. So you have to stay inside these space stations, and if you go out, you have to wear a spacesuit to be out on the planet's surface, okay? Well, it turns out there is like this ginormous asteroid or comet that's coming and going to destroy the planet. So what you need to do is build up your tech and engine and everything so that you can leave the planet. Okay? And you need to plan your turns accordingly. So if you're going to do actions that require you to work on the planet's surface, you need to reserve a spacesuit and a mech for that purpose. And they cost. If you're going to be doing things inside the space station, then you're going to... Or space... Whatever you want to call it. It's not really a space station. You know what I mean. Dome. Protected area. Then you can do things without reserving said mechs. Let me show you. The cool thing about Anachrony is that if you are short on resources, you may travel back in time and you may get, or actually I guess you ask somebody in the future to get you something of these resources. They will send it to you with the promise that you're going to pay them back at a future time. Otherwise, you're messing with the timeline and it messes everything up, and you have huge detriments and possibly will not be able to get off the planet in time. I love this game. This game is heavy as all get out. But
especially with the Maple Realty insert.
Yeah, it's physically heavy. It's mentally heavy. Yes, it is a loan, basically, Tommy. You are correct.
Yes.
A time-traveling loan. Okay.
Yeah, so basically you go, you give yourself like a cube, like you may need some plutonium or something, uranium, I don't know, whatever the resources are. And you basically say, I really need one right now, so you can just give yourself one at the start of the round. But you have a certain number of rounds before you have to repay that, and if you don't, you get basically create anomalies and bad things happen, and those are big negative points if you still have those at the end of the game. So you have to actually, if you create an anomaly, you have to work to get rid of it, or it could cause negative points at the end of the game.
What's fun too is that the little mechs, you can get these. These didn't come with the game. These are
expansion, yes,
expansion thing. And they're totally worth it because it's so much fun. If you like this game at all, bling it out a little bit. It's totally worth it. Because your little chip, your little piece of cardboard actually goes in here. And then he goes out into space to work. It's so cool. I love it.
Guys?
I don't know. I wasn't going to dig this whole thing out and make you try to,
Where are the little guys?
I don't know. I wasn't going to dig, like I said.
They're taller. They're a taller piece.
Oh, no.
I think they're in
Hunter's
this
opening all of this.
Right here. This?
Yes.
Oh.
I wasn't going to go that in depth.
Why not?
I don't know.
It's the best part of the game!
It is really cool. But it's so much fun. Okay, there he is. See? Here's my little scientist. See? Say hello. And then he goes, whoop. And he's sitting in there. And he's going to go in his little mech. And he goes out. And he does his work.
They can't see that.
He does his work. And then he goes back with his little mech. And then he goes back. And now he's tired. And you have to give him rest. What are you face palming for? That is totally worth it. Again, totally worth blinging out. It is so... Yes, exactly. Hello, little scientist. Yes, see, you guys get it.
They get something.
You get it. I'm
never going to put this back together again.
I about rickrolled you just for no reason.
What? This was here.
No. That was...
No, it wasn't. It was here.
Oh, no. What'd you do?
And this was here.
Okay, I know where that goes. Give me that. No, not that. I don't know where that goes.
This goes here.
Yeah.
And here.
Man. Yeah. Was that on top of that?
Yes,
okay.
and then this goes here.
Oh, man.
And then
these go here. So you guys get to watch this.
Boards go first.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. I did. Oh, my gosh. What are you doing to me?
But Anachrony, it is awesome. It is a great worker placement game. It has a lot of cool aspects. It has just building up an engine. You're creating buildings that give you efficiencies. Like you create spots that are on your little board that are better than going out into the capital city to do your actions.
Yep.
And the spots on your board don't require you to use mechs. So building those buildings in your area allow you to use your scientists without using mechs. Because like you said, mechs cost money and are expensive, and you have to plan because at the start of your turn, you're going to go, okay, I need 3 mechs to do what I want to do.
Right.
And if she could end up blocking the spots you were planning on going to, and then you have to redirect or not use your mechs, and you just wasted the resources to use those mechs. You get a certain number of free every turn, and then extra ones cost money. It's a great game. It's also a race because you have a certain amount of time to get off the planet. It's just got a lot of things. You have these super projects you can build that are like really incredible superpowers, but they take tons of work, and you got to do time travel because invariably the project's going to you're going to run out of the time frame of doing the project's going to pass, and now you have to go back in time to work on that project. It's really interesting how they use the time travel. It's subtle, but it's an interesting way to use it.
Yeah, it's a neat aspect to the game. And future Hunter should tell Hunter how to put the inserts back together.
We did it. We figured it out.
We got it. Look at that. Woo! But yeah, this game is a monster. It is very... Again, it's pretty heavy. It's fun because it's worker placement. It's got all of that, like you said, the management, the time frame of getting things done. There's always that constant... You feel that the end of the world is coming. You got to work on this stuff, right?
But the thing is, unless you throw in a bunch of expansions in, there's little modular expansions that have come out for this game. If you're playing the base game, you can play it in it says here 30 minutes a person. That's probably pretty close. I think our game's a little over an hour to play.
It's awesome.
It's a big teach, but once you learn the game and you play it once, it's easy to get back into it and play it again. In fact, you could crank up a couple games of it in a game day or game night too, because it's so quick once you play it.
It really is. I absolutely adore this game. And again, space theme. Hello. I know. See a trend? Perhaps.
Anachrony is my number 8. Number 8.
Because for once you have good taste.
What?
All right. So, my number 2.
This one surprised me this high. I guess that you picked it.
You know what? I got a few more plays, and I got to play it multiplayer, and it just was like, la. It was my number 15 last year, and this is now my number 2 game. It is awesome. It reminds me in some ways of Anachrony. It's even heavier than Anachrony, or at least I feel like it's heavier than Anachrony, and that is the spacey goodness of Gaia Project. Oh my goodness. So Gaia Project. This game is all about the tech tree. Oh my goodness.
Trees.
Okay, so, trees. Yes, that's true. It's a veritable forest of tech trees and spacey goodness. This is so cool. So you've got space, and space again. I like these games that have cool little pieces of space. We got funky space. By the way, because of this, your universe is going to be different every time you play, which I love. Okay, you've got this, and you're going to go around depending on whatever faction you are, and you're going to colonize these worlds. It is asymmetrical, so depending on which faction you are, certain worlds are easier for you to terraform or may not even need any improvements versus others, which might be, the stuff that's difficult for me might be easy for him to terraform. So, and it also is difficult to space travel to different planets at first. As you're doing that, you're going to go and you're going to build buildings there of various types. And as you're building up your engine off your player board, each time you build one of these buildings, it opens up another resource that you're getting on your player board. So you're starting to chain things. What is going on here?
I didn't hear you. Did you actually say it a veritable forest of tech trees?
Yes, I did.
Oh my goodness. I missed that one. Wow.
Yes.
Just wow.
Oh, hush. You loved it. Okay. Let me find one of these so I can show you. Oh my gosh, why is there a loose cube? That looks like we found that afterwards and chucked it in here.
I think I did.
So, here we go. We have the Itars.
They're Itars?
Or Itars? I'm going to give it the Itars.
Ickers.
So, what's cool is there's going to be on each of these spaces here a building. All of these are buildings. And there's buildings down here. And as you build them, it's unlocking, like you're going to get paid a white resource. And here you're getting money. And you're getting different things. These little hands under them tell you that's when you get paid. You're like, please, sir, can I have some more? There you go. You're getting more of those things. And as you get these bigger buildings, you're going to get bigger and better resources. So by the time you go in here, you get this ridiculously cool green cube thing that's magical. It's like a wild for everything. And it's souped up. It's almost kind of like an infinity stone. But for Gaia Project, it's so cool.
It just happened.
I don't know. It's really awesome, though. So you're using this. Meanwhile, okay, this board is going to look completely different, say, than the Geodens. Geodens have...
Different but similar.
Yeah, they're similar but different. Totally made sense, right? And again, one thing to kind of point out...
is this.
Yeah, I was going to say, let me bring this up so you can kind of see. This is what's cool about this. As you can see right here, there's planets. These are the easier to the tougher ones to terraform. Notice they're different than our buddy the Itars. Totally different. So that makes a huge difference when you're, say, close to certain sets of planets and you're trying to colonize them, because it's going to be way more expensive if you're finding some that are difficult for you. Meanwhile, on the main board, oh no, here's another one. We must have had a wild time playing Gaia Project.
You played it last, so I was just saying.
You also played it last.
No, actually, you played without me.
Oh, that's right. I blame Tommy. All right, so here is the forest. Oh, the tech trees. Doesn't make a lot of sense just looking at it, but each one of these columns is a different tech tree, and there's tiles and stuff to explain everything. And like this one is how much you can move through space per movement, which is huge. You might want to maximize that tech tree, or if it's not as important to you to build up different little federations, you might want to spread it out and get lots of different little benefits. Once you pass these barriers, you're starting to get victory points and better benefits and stuff. You're getting paid freebies. There's all this really cool stuff going on, but the tech tree is really heavy. There's a bit of a learning curve with this. Down here are a bunch of different tech tiles that you'll be putting down here that you
Are
get.
they tactile?
They're tactile tech tiles. I see what he was going for.
Womp.
And some of these you can purchase, and some of them you can only earn after you've gone a certain height up the tech tree, and you get to choose and pick from different things. So there's a lot going on. Scoreboard goes around the outside as per usual. That's kind of pretty much. There's another one.
Whoever played Gray last, you're fired.
Tommy? No, just kidding. I don't even
Whoever
remember.
played Gray last is fired. Actually, this bag doesn't seal well.
That's probably what happened. But it's more fun to blame somebody for throwing things.
This bag is
It's toast, huh?
is not
So we'll see if I can throw this all back in.
Its little Ziploc is not locking very
But
well.
I love working with a really cool tech tree. I like the puzzly aspect of this.
We'll leave this out.
The
It's
turns
in
are
the
pretty
bag.
tight because you need to streamline your moves, and you need to do so pretty quickly because it's a very competitive game. Happens very quickly. People are taking up space, traveling through space, getting those victory points. It is fantastic. I love this game. This is another one that I wouldn't turn down. Great faction.
Yeah, the box is dead.
Oh, you're getting a new one.
Get a new bag.
Look at you.
The
All right.
box is dead. The bag
So,
is dead. So you didn't even mention
Heavy,
one of my
heavy
favorite
thing.
things about this game is and
Which?
I like this in a lot of games, is it has intermediate goals and in-game goals that you're shooting for.
That's
that
true,
give
too.
you bonus points, which I like.
That's true. Those are pretty fun.
It's my number 40. I love it, but not number 2. Oh my goodness.
They're saying Future Hunter
I don't
should...
even know what to say about that.
Oh, you are so... Oh,
I have to hide my face in shame.
oh my gosh. So wrong with you.
Everyone's already guessed your number 1, so we should just move on. No, it's
Just
fine.
move on. We'll just skip it. Since you already know all about it. It's true. My number 1 is not nearly as heavy as the last 2 games. It's still medium weight. And this is in the Tuscany box. But it is, yes, the still reigning champion Viticulture. Okay, what can I say? I've told you all this story a million times before, but it bears repeating. Yes, making wine actually is fun. Don't let the theme say, weird, what's the hype about? It's so good. They have changed it since we had the original, and it was 2 seasons. And then they brought in these expansions, and now you've got 4 lovely seasons to your year. Unique cards and actions you do in each one. You've got the giant meeple guy, the
Grande worker.
Grande worker. All of a sudden my brain just went whoop. Grande workers. And on top of that, you can get, depending on which expansion you play with and everything, because it's a modular expansion with all the Tuscany essentials and stuff, you can get special workers that work, in tandem with your others and the Grande worker to do things like you can go forward in time a little bit and do a season early with one, or you can go back with another. You can do certain things or act like another Grande worker. There's all these different things you can do with them. Meanwhile, what your whole ultimate goal is to get the most victory points by opening up a nice field, planting some grapes, harvesting said grapes, making wine from those, and then filling orders for the mad victory points.
The mad victory points.
I've never won this game lately. I have not won this game in a long time. Hunter almost always destroys me at it by a solid 5 points. Don't know how or why. I still love this game. I don't care. It is so much fun to play. Each time you finish your seasons, you start over, and then you get to pick, where you want to be, what time you want to wake up in the morning. And the earlier you are, the lesser benefits you can get. You can get stuff later on and get some great things to help you with the next turn. Again, depends on if you're going first or not. I love that. You get to choose and pick cards that might give you some benefits or help you pay for things more cheaply. There's all sorts of great cards. I love the different cards for each of the seasons. I don't know. I've said so much about this game. It's one of the greatest worker placement games out there. Straight up.
I won't argue too much.
Exactly.
It's not the best worker placement game out there.
Yep.
You know what the best worker placement game out there is?
Viticulture.
Champions of Midgard.
That's a dice placement. That's not worker
They're
placement.
workers.
Blech. Lies.
You put workers. You have little dudes. Anyway, I love this game. It's my number 9.
Yep.
Number 9.
That's all right. I'll allow it.
Love it. This is an amazing game.
It is. It's
if
really
you haven't,
fun.
If you like worker placement games and you haven't played this game,
You're doing yourself a disservice.
then you're not a gamer.
You can't say that.
I just said it.
Oh my gosh! Don't listen to him. He's such.
I love this box though. It cracks me up. It's like one of our.
It's a brick. It's a brick. It's full to the top. Like, look at this nonsense. That's ridiculous. But it all fit in one box.
I am the king of getting expansions in boxes.
You are. Oh, you want to show them the board? I mean, it's our number 1. We should probably.
It's on the bottom.
When has that stopped you? All right, real quick, we'll show you the board because it's cool. Oh, just do it. Just do it. That was really anticlimactic. There was no crash. All right. All right, so here is, those of you that haven't seen it, here's your little player board for the base game. Isn't it cute? And you get different little, see all the different pictures? This is stuff that you can add to the board to help you plant your vine and do other things more easily. And then...
What are you looking for?
The board.
Oh. The actual board?
Yes.
Which one? The old one or the new one?
The new one, which I think is this
That's
one.
the Tuscany board.
Yeah, this is the Tuscany board. Let us show you...
Or Tuscany Essentials.
Oh, whatever. I'm so tired of explaining that nonsense. Seriously. Okay. Here we go. Let's do this side. Here is the board. Look at that. 4 seasons of greatness. You can see it's kind of set up in columns. Spring is green, I believe, and then summer's yellow, purple, bluish area, fall, winter is on that far corner. Yes, I think I did that right. Sorry, I'm looking at a screen from the side. Victory point line track is along the bottom, and then over there right next to the spring, you've got the starter thing where you put your starter position. It tells you all the different benefits that you get from starting. You can see the original board that Hunter is holding up. It's significantly smaller and a lot more boring because it's got it 1 season, 2nd season. You still have the 4 sets of cards. Not as interesting though. This changed the game right here. This is what changed the game. This made the game. I mean, don't get me wrong. We were in love with Viticulture from the start, and we played it for quite a while, and we're hesitant to get the expansion. But once we did, it's one of those where it's not one of those things you want to turn back to. You really want to play with the expansion. It's wonderful. So if you fell in love and played the base game of Viticulture, it is worth it, in my opinion, to get the expansion. It is a lot of fun. You don't have to go crazy and do the cheese expansion and the apple trees and all. Yes, formaggio. You know, it's fun and all, but you don't have to. It's pretty awesome, just the way it is. But I do like the new board. You really need that 4 Seasons board. It's so pretty.
4 Seasons Hotel?
What are you doing? Look at that. You guys can watch Hunter work his little magic here. Look at him.
No!
Like it's
I'm
nothing.
doomed!
Uh-oh. He's got this. You got this. I have faith in you. Oh, look at that. That's some tasty goodness right there. Look at that little room to spare over here in the corner. Oh, fail. That's why.
Go on top, dork.
So that's it, guys. We're done. We have finished 10 to 1 top 100 games of all time. I'm thinking this probably wasn't so much of a surprise, but I think the other 9 were. And it was awesome that you guys could go with us on this journey this year as we explore this. It was an interesting kind of transitional year. A lot of things changed in my gaming tastes, and it was a lot of fun. It was fun to share that with you guys. So we're going to
We're all different people now.
What? Anyways.
We've been changed by your list.
Oh, good grief. Jobby. All right, so when is the after party shenanigans?
A few things to note. 2 days from now, as of the recording, it's not really recording, kind of recording, streaming of this video.
Yes.
2 days from now, Thursday evening, same bat time, but not, I guess, same bat channel, but not same bat day.
What?
Thursday evening, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Yes, 2 days from now. 2 days from now. 2 days from now. The live, crazy, and exciting after party of Rebecca's List. We'll talk about how horrible her list was.
What?
What?
Oh, man.
Now I'm going to question why some of my games are not on her list. We talk about games that we played recently that might make the list. Whatever she wants to talk about. I'll talk about what I want to talk about. She can talk about what she wants to talk about.
I think you better prep that little technical difficulty screen.
Secondly,
Just-
our little tiny little channel that we love so much. We had a new record, 43 people
Woo!
concurrently at the same time.
You guys go.
Online.
You guys go. That's
So,
awesome.
That's not a lot, but it's a lot for us.
It
We're
is.
excited.
You guys are amazing.
43 people online at the same time.
Yay.
So Thursday night, then next week is going to be a Falls Con update. And talk about the games we played since we last talked about that.
Yep.
New games we bought, junk like that. So
Loads of fun.
it was amazing. It was a wonderful journey.
It was.
I enjoyed my trip down memory lane
Yes.
with you.
Yes.
The highs and the lows. It was like a
Roller coaster.
yes. It's sort of like a roller coaster. But we ended at home
We did.
in Tuscany.
Yay, Tuscany. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you Thursday.
Bye.